So now we're up at the top, the diversion structure.
This is running so close, I imagine it's pretty exciting.
Grate. See that right there? It's got little grapes on it. Some kind of a wild grape. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Meg might know. Do you know what kind of vine this is? Oh, okay. But I think we can make it work. I just have a few more quick things to share, and then the formal part of the tour will come to its conclusion. Yeah, the water's really rushing. So, 1976, what happens? The flood. So the flood came in, did a fair amount of damage to the site. The Army Corps of Engineers had to come in and do a lot of work following the flood. They had to do repairs to the access road. Several of the basins were repaired at that time. I've got some more info on what they did. Oh, just general channel repairs, of course, that happens after every flood, major flood. So that footbridge was put in at that time. That was actually put in by Herb and his staff. So that's one of the sort of latter historic features of the site. 77, I think, is when it was built, because the original footbridge, of course, washed away in the flood. I think it was lower down. So they built it up. The other
Fish
side.
on the other side. Why do you think you like living up here, Meg? Read the story, Meg.
I don't know. I know nothing. Over there, over yonder.
It's because I don't see any facilities.
Well, I would imagine just for needing access to the site as a whole, they need to be able to safely get across the river for various reasons, but I don't know what they are.
Fishing being first and foremost.
There you go. That's a good one.
Maybe you'd like to go fishing up on that.
Now there's hiking trails too.
Becky, good answer.
What was Becky's answer? I didn't hear
Like
it.
if a tree falls down.
Oh, if a tree
you need to
falls
clear
down.
it.
That's generous, Becky.
The fishing answer is good.
Yeah, fishing,
But
yeah.
imagine being one of the Alexander kids and growing up here. Would have been a great place to grow up, and they have really fond memories of it. And I always kind of think about them coming up here and having this great fishing site all to themselves, you know.
Private bridge.
The bridge maybe was just for fishing, who knows. So anyway, those were really, other than some of those basin changes that I told you about that are now the kind of picnic areas, these were some of the last changes in the 70s after the flood, when they had to come in and do some repair work. And then that's, again, as things were waning, they already knew that the treatment standards were changing, and they were already starting to think about mothballing the site. The other thing they did, though, which is interesting, inside the building, which fortunately didn't have any exterior changes associated with it, is they went in and they created some new office space in that 50s wing. And so when you go in there now, it's got like 70s wood paneling and a really weird orange carpet that's been there, since maybe early 80s, late 70s, that's never been changed. So you get kind of a feel for what the last era of offices look like in there. And that's really kind of it. They also added coal filtration at that time. Apparently they'd only done sand and gravel up until the 70s. So that was another innovation that happened in terms of the treatment components. And again, those repairs that I mentioned back when we were at the 47 building that they were looking at with all of the lime that was coating the lines and the capacity needs, I think it was $11 million in repairs. So it was not a small figure in 1981. And it just wasn't feasible to maintain the site. So after they mothballed it in 87, they came in, they started essentially preparing it for natural area use. And then again, I think I told you at the beginning, it opened in 2002 as a natural area. If you've never done this, I really encourage you to come park, in that area where you parked today and cross that little footbridge across the river there and walk up to Seaman Reservoir. It's a pretty nice hike and a gorgeous, gorgeous destination.
Is that Highway 14?
Yes, so there's the 14. That's the end of everything. I think I've told you 100% of what I know about this place. There's much more that we need to investigate and learn. And if you all, since you all are so interested in our city's water treatment history, as you have additional questions and you find sources of information, please share them with us because we'll make those available for our research team that's going to be working on this over the next year and a half.
Here's a wonderful opportunity. What a segue.
Yeah.
If you're interested in the City of Fort Collins' first waterworks,
Yes.
the last open house of the season is next Saturday, the 12th.
From 10 to 3.
From 10 to 3. So come on out to the very first Fort Collins waterworks, learn some of the history of what brought this waterworks into being. And if you're interested in water in general, the City Utilities Department does a twice annual watershed tour. It's free.
And fabulous.
And you can sign up through the City Utilities site to go on their watershed tour. They take you from Fort Collins all the way to Cameron Pass, teach you about where your water comes from besides out of the tap.
They go to the Michigan Ditch, don't they?
Yes, they do. And Clyde Greenwood is the presenter up on Michigan Ditch, and he spent 30 years up there. So it's an interesting tour.
So very
What's
nice.
the best way to get hold of you with questions or information? Would you speak into that camera, please?
Maren Bzdek. No, it's MBZDEK at fcgov.com. Or just ask Meg or Ron for my email address. Or if you really want to have a conversation, come on down to 281 North College, and we'll have a chat. We're always there, aren't we, Jim?
Yes.
They keep us captive there.
Great.
I brought one waterworks book in my car.
Yeah, so we have several copies in the city office, so we won't claim it for if someone else wants a copy.
What is the book?
It's Wayne's excellent book on the first waterworks, which is really, really good, and we use it all the time. There's also, if you're interested, I know I mentioned earlier that the city's utilities department in some ways cares more about its history than probably any other city service area. And one of the reasons for that is because, and Jim was kind of alluding to this earlier, they have this comprehensive sort of perspective on their role in city growth and infrastructure. And it really is a point of pride for them, but it's also something they need to know as they continue their operations. It's sort of inherently historical in that respect. And they do a really good job of maintaining that history when really long-serving city employees retire. They're now working with the Public Lands History Center at CSU to get oral histories captured, so that they're getting a full professional oral history interview that gets sent to the local archives. And they've got fantastic records, and they have their own internally produced, they have actually two histories. One that was produced by city employees in the 80s when they were decommissioning this site called From Bucket to Basin. because remember the old water buckets from the old water service carts. And that's a really neat little booklet if you haven't seen it. But then they updated it about 6 years ago, again with a contract with the Public Lands History Center at CSU. And it's a more comprehensive history of not just water delivery and water capacity, water treatment, and then all of the stormwater and water conservation efforts that we're really regional and in some areas national leaders in. And they're so proud about that they want to tell that story. And it's a really well done a document, and it's available online through the city utilities website. And it goes all the way back and captures, of course, the history of the 1883 waterworks as well. Any other questions or things you all want to offer?
I may have copies of Buckets to Basin at home.
Great. Yeah, those are hard to find these days.
And Wayne's book is also for sale at the waterworks for $10.
Great.
Or out of the trunk of Wayne's car.
Or, yeah.
One.
Are you offering
Well, he charges 12.
a discount? Are you offering a discount for the copy you have today? I'm just kidding. We'll pay full price.
They normally sell for 17.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I think I bought my copy at the museum years ago, before they were in the new location.
Well, how about a round of applause for Maren?
Yes,
Thank
you, Maren.
Everybody.
Really
I'm
nice.
so glad we had such beautiful weather. It was so nice to be here with all of you, and thank you for all the things I learned from you today. It's really fun to be up here with you. And I was just planning for you to walk back at your leisure. I don't have anything else to share, so if you want to hang around and
How far to Siemens Reservoir?
I think it's 1 mile.
Not far. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm right about that, but check the sign and get down there.
And would it
But
be
I'll tell you,
possible
when
to
you
get a
come
copy
in,
of your
it's
notes?
at the bottom first.
Oh yeah, I can put some of that. Oh, yeah, then some of that.